there, welcome back to the locker room. First episode in a little bit of a while. We're here joined with Palomo. Day, how you doing?
Hanging in there.
You doing good today?
Yep.
Well, go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit. Tell the viewers who you are.
I'm Palomo. I play baseball for Carroll. That's about it. I just play baseball here.
This dude's big time, apparently. That's what people have been telling me all week. So, just want to talk a little bit about, you've been a 4-year starter in the team, correct? Since
Yes.
freshman year? How's that been like? Like, there's not many 4-year starters. Is there anybody else right now? Anybody in your time at least?
Like here at Carroll?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just me. Right now is the only 4-year starter.
It's a big accomplishment. Yeah. There you go. How has the program changed since the time you got here?
Nothing's really changed. Just like new faces, new players, and just trying to build them and help us win. My freshman year, my sophomore year, especially my junior year, we've always had good players, and this year we're kind of struggling a little bit with new faces and stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's just a battle of adversity,
Yeah.
I think people come and go. Last year was a wonderful year. I believe we made it to, what was it, the third or fourth round?
Third round.
Third round last year.
Yeah.
Great time. I missed that playoff series. So much fun.
Yeah.
Day, you committed in your sophomore year to UTSA. Want to talk a little bit about that? A lot of seniors, they play all the way up, and they played their hardest because they have to prove themselves. They need to get their offer.
Yeah.
You had that in sophomore year. How much relief was that for you? Did you feel like you had like a monkey on your back or something like that? You had to prove yourself, or were you able to just lock in and play your own game?
Yeah, when I like a lot of baseball players too, that's kind of like what they like their fear, like, oh, when am I going to sign? When am I going to commit? And I was just blessed to get that commitment early, and I was stressing about it too because I didn't know where I was going to go, and when they offered me a full ride, couldn't miss up on that, couldn't miss that, so I took it.
And was UTSA always in the cards for you? Like when you started playing baseball, was it like a school that you wanted to go to for the longest time?
Yeah, I remember in middle school I went to go visit the campus just to go with my mom, and I told her I wanted to go there. And then I went to a camp my freshman year, and they liked me and they kept in contact, and then they finally pulled the trigger.
It's awesome for you. I'm very proud.
Thank
It was awesome for you to be able to not have that, a little bit of an issue. We just had Isaac commit. He didn't know where he was going for the longest time. Richie didn't know where he was going until his senior year. It's good to have that for you. Dad, I want to talk a little bit about what keeps you motivated to keep on going. I know there's a lot of factors against you. You've talked about it in your speech when you committed to UTSA, being a shorter kid, playing catcher in a position that most people want, like a tall guy at.
Yeah.
What keeps you, driving? Is it all like the kind of the doubt or criticism against your position or your attributes?
Yeah, really being short, coming out of South Texas, going to a Division I, it's something that you don't really see that often, and that's what keeps me motivated. And I have I don't want to say haters, but some people, how they like to talk and stuff. So that also keeps me motivated, keeps me going to try to prove people wrong and stuff.
That's good. Honestly, that's why I kind of figured, a lot of people are going to sit there and think, he's too short or whatever. He's not going to have the skills. And from the 3 years I've been here so far, I think you proved that pretty much wrong.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and take a quick little break. We'll be right back after this quick little commercial break. Welcome back to the locker room. We're still joined by Day, same person, same player.
Yep.
Day, let's talk a little bit about how much excitement is there to continue with UTSA. You're going to a Division I program, a pretty good school there, great baseball from what I've heard, and you get to keep playing baseball for the next 4 years, and you get a scholarship to play over there. Keep studying. How excited are you for that?
I'm excited. I'm ready to get out of here already and go live on my own rules and stuff. But it's gonna be gonna be fun, you know, playing with all those grown men. It's gonna be totally different from high school baseball, but yeah, I'm excited.
You ready to take on that challenge?
Yeah.
I've seen UTSA. It looks like a beautiful campus out there. It's massive.
Yeah. We just got a new stadium, some more bleachers, and I think we're getting turf next year.
Really? So you're getting in there at a good time.
Yeah, I know.
There you go. Quick little question, little side note. So you played shortstop, I believe, one game this year so far.
I think couple games. Couple games, yeah.
I might have missed a few.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to try to do that at UTSA or no?
No.
Stay with catching?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with catching.
You scared to play shortstop?
Stick what I'm good at.
That's fair.
It's hard to play shortstop at college level.
Just wondering if you want to be like, hey, coach, you know, I'm athletic. I can do this too. Somebody goes down.
Wherever they need me, I'll play.
Exactly. One man goes down, you step up. Dan, we're going to talk about what was a game that stuck with you, you know, either a regretful game at the end of the season or, you know, just one of your best games ever that made you just feel so proud of yourself. What's a game that you're never going to forget during your time?
Probably it was during summer ball this last year when I committed, I think, or it may have been a year later. We're playing, my summer ball team is called the Banditos, and we're playing the Banditos scout team. So it was the team that was going to graduate that year, go to college. So we're playing them, and you know, there's a bunch of D1 commits, and they were throwing an A&M lefty, and we were down, I think, like 3-2, and there's a runner on first base, and the UTSA coach that recruited me was watching that game, and it was a long at bat, and then he throws a high inside fastball, and I turn on and hit a home run to get the lead, and you know, I would never forget that moment in that game. So that was probably one of the off A&M commit, yeah.
Having the coach right there just being like, hey, you know, I'm ready for big time ball.
Yeah.
Off somebody that's committed, especially that's a big thing. A lot of people don't get that opportunity. Dave, what are you going to miss from Carroll the most? It's a hard question for all these people. I think when we did Manuel, he almost wanted to tear up.
Manuel. I'm probably going to miss Marcelo and Coach Galan the most. I feel like I can talk to them about anything, and that's what I love about them. They're always there for me, and whatever I have to talk about, you know, they'll always listen. Yeah,
they've been. I've only been managing this year, but they seem like just, you know, awesome coaches for you to surround yourself around and build your character around for the last 4 years now.
Yeah,
have you known them since back in middle school?
No, I was actually. It's funny because I was actually hopping around middle schools because I went to South Park because I was going to go to Moody because that's where my sister went in. The head coach was going to give me gear and everything. He was trying to, you know, bribe me to go there a little bit. And then I wasn't going to go to Moody. I was going to go to Ray. So then I went to Baker. Coaches were talking to me, and then last minute decided to just go to Carroll, start my freshman year because I lived down the street from the old Carroll. So I never talked to these coaches at all. Nothing, just came in like them not knowing who I was at all. So just made a sudden decision. It felt right to you. It was home. Yep. Good. And not saying anything, but I know you've seen the records for those other teams. I think you picked the right school. Yeah. Just in my mind, at least. Dave, who's a teammate you're never gonna forget? This year or like previous years? You can talk about any year. You know, someone that was just always there for you, or just may have taught you some things. You know, probably since my freshman year, JJ Bush. I'll never forget him. You know, he was a senior when I was a freshman, and just the way he goes about his business at practice and games. You know, he's a leader. You know, he makes sure everyone's doing what they have to be doing, and you know, he was always on everyone's butt, making sure no one's messing around and doing what they have to do. And I kind of like how he controlled that. Yeah. Like he was almost like an assistant coach or something like that. He knew, like, you know, state business. Yeah. That's crazy. I just thought that you went through. Now this can be your 4th graduating class. There's nobody that was there your freshman year, huh? Yeah. Nobody. Has it been hard? Like every single year you're losing somebody. Yeah, the hardest year was last year because, you know, I played with Easton and Chris, like, since I was little, and them leaving, never playing another baseball game with them again was kind of hurt. But JJ Bush, you know, he I tried to follow him what he did, you know. Definitely. And I think you took a good role on there, you know, looking for somebody that was a leader. Best thing you can do. I think that's what coaches ask for, to be a leader in yourself every day. Dave, so, of course, like I said, you're going to UTSA. What are you going to major in? I'm majoring in sports management. I want to be a coach. For real? If MLB doesn't work out. If you don't get that Shohei $700 million contract, we'll see you coaching Carroll maybe someday. Yep. Just wanted to check on that. I think we had a few other people last year that said they wanted to do sports management as well. It's a great major. That was originally my first. Well, anyways,
thank you guys for coming in. Day, hope you're doing good. If you want to say anything else real quick to the camera, tell them to follow you on Instagram or something like that.
The Day Palomo. Go ahead and follow me.
He gets nervous sometimes talking about his socials. Anyways, thanks for talking to me, man. It was a great time, definitely. Thank you guys for tuning into the locker room. We see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.
Okay.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. 2 milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
Hey y'all, welcome to the locker room. Today we're joined by Leah Cisneros, my bad. My name is Benjamin Fanning. We're gonna be talking to her. Introduce yourself a little bit.
So my name is Leah Cisneros. I'm a senior this year at Carroll High School. I started wrestling my sophomore year, and I won state by my junior year, and now I'm here talking to him.
Did you start wrestling before then? Like, were you wrestling as a kid, or just started in sophomore year?
No, I started sophomore year. So I was in Coach Polino's law enforcement class, and he was like, I need a 119, and I was a 150 girl, and I was like, you're not getting that out of me. But by Christmas, I was his 119, so.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Quick little question here for this. What is the hardest part of, wrestling? Is it the fighting? Is it getting ready for a fight? Dropping a bunch of weight? Is it mental? Like, what's the hardest part for you in any day?
So the hardest part is definitely mentally, because if you can't overcome challenges like making weight or saying no to a cookie or two, then you're going to bust weight and you can't compete, so.
And it's just like if you're 1 pound over, you can't, right?
Even 0.1, even an ounce.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You have to start running right before the match.
Yeah.
I don't think I would want to do that. I had got this question wrong. I thought it was for a few months. Y'all guys fight all year long?
Yes, so our sport is year-round. We do preseason, we do during season, and we do Olympic season, which is after school. So.
And so this goes into the next question, because we were talking about this a little bit earlier, and you were talking to me about Greco and freestyle or whatever the other one was. I can't remember. There was one more. So you answered that you do fight outside of school. What do you prefer? Do you fight like at Carroll or the freestyle one? What do you prefer to do?
So I actually don't prefer I like doing freestyle because there's less rules. You can slam people as hard as you want, and if you slam them hard enough and you get the crowd to make noise, then you get 5 points.
See, this is where I was talking about, seeing on your Instagram where you smiled when you threw somebody down, where it was like, yeah, I figured whatever gives you less rules where you can hurt somebody more probably.
Yeah.
And make you happier at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Leading into this next one real fast, is there a fight that lives in your mind? Either, one like your first one where you won state, something that you just constantly think about, or one that you can't get over because you knew how to do better or something like that?
Yeah, so it was definitely my state finals match my junior year whenever I won, because that girl had beaten me at regionals, and I was scared to go against her the whole year, and I was working extra hard, and I was like, I gotta win this, and I ended up winning it by pin, so that was very huge for me.
And that was last year or your sophomore?
Junior
year.
Last year.
So that ended up leading into, well, quick question, how was it like going into state? Like, was it crazy for you to know that you had a chance to win it? I didn't even think about that.
I didn't even think I was going to make it to the second day. So the fact that I made it into the second day, I was like, yes! So when I found out, like, I had just won the match to go into the first place match, I was like, what do I do? I was so...
Like, you don't know how to react.
I was scared,
like,
yeah.
And were you, like, intimidated by the opponent? Like,
very. I was super scared before my match, and I, like, almost started crying. And then Coach Polino was just, like, he was standing there like he didn't care. And I was like, why don't you care?
Show some emotion, man.
Yeah, well, he told me he was being calm for me so that I wouldn't be too crazy, so.
And was that, like, the hardest fight you had to have? Like, was she the hardest, or was it that regional one that got you?
So it was definitely the regional one because, like, that was just a game changer for me. Like, I got a taste of a loss, and I was just like, I never want that again. So.
I get that. What was the biggest thing you've learned in your time wrestling? Since I didn't know it was that short, I thought you'd been fighting for way longer.
No.
Considering you won state, I didn't think somebody comes in here and wins, 1 year afterwards. But what was the biggest thing you learned? Is there something like you would want to tell yourself starting off as a sophomore, or wish that you started it earlier?
Yeah, don't step off the gas pedal. So once you get a rhythm, you know what you need to do, just keep going and don't give up, because that'll really mess you up. So.
And that was the hardest part for you as well?
Yes.
Was there, like, getting into it, because you were talking about how you were 150, getting into 119, was it, like, hard for you to want to continue? Did you ever have a moment where you're like, I don't want to do this, like, I can't?
Yeah, there would be days at practice I'd be crying, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this. I don't like wrestling. I don't want to do it. And I'd come back the next morning and do it again.
So that's why they have the whole wrestling area closed off. We
Yeah.
don't have to hear all that.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and take a quick little break real quick, y'all. Thank you. Welcome back to the locker room. I'm still Benjamin. She's still
Leah. Cisneros.
Leah. See, I almost did it again. I stopped myself. I'll let you say it this time. Leah, what was the hardest prep getting ready for a match? You know, what was the hardest night you had? I always see you posting, waking up at like ungodly hours. I didn't want to know how early you wake up, running around in like 3 layers. What was the hardest one you had?
Yeah, so my hardest was, I think, before Cypher, because that's one of the biggest Texas tournaments, and it's even bigger than state. So I was up at 3 in the morning trying to, I had 1 pound to go, and I was like, oh my gosh, like if I don't make this weight, then I don't get to go, and the stats are going to be all messed up. It's going to ruin my record. I was so scared. Well, I literally just used the restroom, and then I was fine. But it's scary because even .1, you're disqualified and you can't compete until the next tournament. And we have a weight schedule for every tournament that we have, and if you don't make that weight, then you can't compete at that weight, and you either get bumped or, you know, lowered.
I'm just wondering, throughout the year, do you stay at one weight, or do you go continuously get lower, or do you continuously get higher? Or is it like fluctuating every single time?
So we're supposed to go lower, but I like my cookies, so.
It's understandable.
Yeah, so I stayed at 120 the whole year.
See, that works. At least you get to stay at that one little area, you know.
Yeah.
One day you get to have a cookie. One
Yeah.
day of the week. You can't be, you're not like 110 or 105 or something crazy like that.
Something crazy, yeah.
What is your favorite pregame song? We were just talking about this.
So my favorite pregame song is actually kind of embarrassing, but it's classical music. Like, I like listening to Beethoven and Mozart because it really gets me in the mode, like, to get ready to go calmly into my match to where I'll be mentally aware. Because when you go into a match, you have so much adrenaline. Your heart's racing, your mind's racing. You're like, what do I do? What do I do? And you're trying to listen to your coach, but you have auditory exclusion when you have adrenaline. So listening to stuff like that really calms you down and keeps the rhythm.
And I was just thinking about the adrenaline right now. Does it kind of hurt during the middle of the match, or does it you not feel it till later?
I don't feel a thing. So
Until the end of the night, or
yeah.
not at all?
So actually, you'll probably feel it right after your match. So that's why I pop a Advil or 3 right before and then after. But yeah, so there'll be times where, like, I injured my right shoulder and my knee. I twisted my knee, and I think I popped like a ligament or something.
It hurt everything.
Yeah. But I didn't feel it until after the match. Then I was like, oh, that kind of hurts.
So at least you probably had a good sleep after that.
Yeah, I did.
There's that. Kind of goes back into talking about the music. Is there like a little routine you do beforehand? You know, like say, I don't know how much time you guys get before a match. I'm assuming maybe like 30 minutes, maybe less.
So when we're first told that our match is coming up, because it goes by weight class. So when we're first there, it's in the hole, on deck, 2 away from the hole. So 2 away from the hole means there's 2 matches before you. In the hole means there's 1 match before you. On deck means the match that's going right now. After that's done, you're on. So when I'm 2 away from the hole, I'll start walking down to my mat where I need to be. Then I'll warm up with my partner. Then I'll take off my sweats and my hoodie. And then I'll take a little sip of water or my Cliff Bar, whatever I need, just to be ready for the match. And then I'll take out my earphones because you're supposed to take it out around like 5 minutes before your match. You don't want to
be in your own headspace.
Yep, be in your own headspace. Yep. And then I'll put my headgear on and I'll move away from everybody. So I will have my coaches like block me and keep me away from any other coaches or any other people that'll try and talk to me. So.
And in between fights is like, I'm assuming maybe, because I know you're talking to me sometimes joggers are supposed to have 30 minutes at least.
Yeah.
Is there times where you have maybe a little bit longer, and what are you doing between that besides just, you know, eating and drinking?
So we'll be talking about our matches. We'll be like, oh man, we slammed her so hard. And and then other times we'll just be like, yeah, I'm gassed, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. So we'll just sleep on the chairs and stuff like that.
See, now I understand why, like, every single time I've been to the arena over here, I see everybody in, like, hoodies and sweatpants.
Yeah,
now I understand.
Comfortable, yeah.
Just wanted to go to bed right afterwards.
Yeah.
We're going to kind of go into this. So I believe you committed, right? Where to?
Missouri Valley College.
And how about that school? What are you going to go end up majoring in over there?
So I'm going to major in English. and then I'm going to minor in kinesiology, and then I might also dabble into special education. So
This is the first like education major we've had on the show so far. We've had a lot of people say they want to do like sports medicine or something like that. So we the first time wanted somebody that wants to be a teacher.
yeah.
What's your desired career as well after that? Like if wrestling doesn't go out for you, or I don't know how long you want to continue
Yeah.
wrestling, what do you want to end up doing?
So hopefully the Olympics, but if that doesn't work out and I finish college, because that's my plan to finish college, I'll become an English teacher and a wrestling coach. So kind of
See,
fits the part.
You have a good dream at least, and you
Yeah.
want to keep teaching them.
Yeah.
At least show people how to wrestle the way you did. You know,
Yeah.
teach everybody about that classical music and not too many cookies.
And the routine, yeah. But
Get in that headspace. Lock them out too.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
yeah.
Well, definitely. Well, thank you guys for watching. I'm still Benjamin. That's still Leah.
Thank
Leah.
you. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. And thank you guys. Yeah.
Bye.
Have a good one.